There's been a lot of talk lately about lowering the temperature of political discourse. Have you seen evidence of that?
Well, I think when we win, you will see evidence of that. Because when we do win, we will have, as we open the new Congress, we will honor the vows of our founders, e pluribus unum, from many ones. Well, it's okay to disagree in the marketplace of ideas. That's exciting. But it is also important to find solutions that unify and not divide. And that's what makes a big difference between Democrats and what's in the White House now.
All right, Nancy Pelosi, a little cocky, predicting, guaranteeing, in fact, a Democratic win in the House. This election cycle, the balance of power in Congress could swing either way, though. 35 Senate seats are up for grabs. Democrats needed to win 2 to retake the Senate and pick up 23 additional seats in the House to get control there. Here with the key to the races, the editor-at-large for Ballotpedia and pollster at ScottRasmussen.com, Scott Rasmussen, and senior elections analyst at Real Clear Politics, Sean Trende, which is a great name for a political analyst. All right, Sean, you know, we've seen wave elections in the past, 94, 2006. Do you... Historically, are you getting those signals that you're seeing, you know, a 40, a 50, a 60 seat Democratic wave in the House?
Well, you know, like they say, there's a reason we hold the elections. So we'll only have to wait about 48 more hours now. But look, you look at the generic ballot, it has Democrats up 7.5 points, and Republicans traditionally, they're not always, overperform it. You look at enthusiasm, Republicans and Democrats are about equally enthused right now. You look at party registration, there hasn't been a drop-off in Republican Party registration like you usually see in wave years. You just look at a number of factors that you expect to see in a wave year, and they don't really line up.
Right.
Again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but something just seems off.
Right, it does seem off because when you have everybody on the left, the media, the Democrats, and you know, even Colbert saying, you know, it's a lock, and then that's what they did in 2016. So you're thinking if they were wrong in 2016, could they be wrong again, Scott?
Well, first of all, the 2016 challenge was the analysis. It wasn't really the polling data. Just everybody looked at it and said, this can't be right. There's no way Donald Trump will end up close. Right now, people have been expecting a blue wave for a very long time. And as Sean mentioned, there's some indications that maybe things are a little tighter. What is missing from this entire discussion is a 1 or 2 point swing in the turnout in either direction could have a profound impact. If it swings 1 or 2 points towards the Republicans, they could keep the House. If it swings 1 or 2 points further in the Democrats' favor, we could be looking at a 40-seat
right.
swing.
This thing is not guaranteed, right. And as you said, there's a few days left. All right, let's look at some of these Senate races, Scott. We have Arizona, Florida, Indiana, Missouri, Nevada. All of these seem very, very tight, and a lot of people are predicting the Republicans to do very well in the Senate. How do you see it?
All 5 of the toss-up races in the Senate, it wouldn't shock me if either candidate won any of the races. But when I look at it collectively, Republicans are more likely to pick up seats than to lose. I guess my best guess would be they'd net a couple. The Republican that I guess I would say has the best chance of winning right now is Martha McSally in Arizona, followed closely by Hawley in Missouri and Braun in Indiana, those last two just because the states are so heavily Republican. Rick Scott in Florida in a very competitive race, but Florida is always close, and it's not a great year to be a Republican campaigning there. Dean Heller in Nevada, He has the toughest fight he has all year. He's the only Republican running in a state, only Republican incumbent running in a state won by Hillary Clinton.
Sean, what do you think, real quick?
Yeah, I see it about the same as Scott. I think the interesting thing is that you have all these races that are on a knife's edge. They tend to fall all together in these elections because of what Scott said. If the polls are just a little bit off, it makes a big difference. It's very possible we could wake up on Wednesday and Republicans haven't moved, but I think it's also important to emphasize we could wake up Wednesday morning and Republicans have picked up 4 or 5 seats in the Senate. It's that close.
But they can't get to 60, is that right? There's no chance that Republicans are getting to 60 in the Senate, because that would change a lot of things. Or am I dreaming?
If they get to 60, I should hang up my spurs and go back to practicing law.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.